Thousands of people in Myanmar's Rakhine state have once again fled for their lives after being threatened with army raids, prompting the UN to call for urgent measures. People were ordered to leave their homes as the military prepared to launch an operation against local separatists. They've been fighting the largely Buddhist Rakhine ethnic group since January last year. The order to evacuate has since been called off after British, Australian, US and Canadian embassies joined calls to stop the so-called clearance operations. Refugees and humanitarian groups say the operations are simply a cover for mass killings and arson committed by the army. They say it's part of a crackdown against Rakhine's minorities, which was launched in 2017. Let's speak now to Kyaw Win. He's the Executive Director of the Burma Human Rights Network. He joins us from London. Mr. Win, so how concerned are you, first of all, by these escalations?
I mean, first of all, this military who has been accused of committing genocide are going to conduct the clearance operation again, which really shocked me how Burmese government is going to agree with this. So that clearly telling us that Burmese government is complicit, whatever the military do. And this military has been, using all sort of tactics to create fear and to inflict the pain on the population. And it has been, recorded a lot of evidences by many, human rights and NGOs and organizations. And the case is now still in International Criminal Court of Justice. So, I mean, what surprised me is that how could another clearance operation going to conduct while one of the, they are the same military has committed genocide in 2017.
Do you know what the latest situation is on the ground? Because people had been ordered to leave their homes as the military prepared to launch this operation, but then the order to evacuate was called off, as I say, after the British, Australian, US and Canadian embassies joined calls to stop these clearances. But what is the very latest that you're hearing?
I mean, still, what we are hearing is it is just, to show that they are called off, but it is not true. They are still conducting some operations, a lot of operation on the ground. And I contacted myself, my team also contacted a lot of people on the ground. They're saying that they have been hearing, shellings and firing, gun firing. And there are so many, few locations, there are civilians has been detained to interrogate. And bear in mind that interrogating means torturing. So civilians are facing torturing because the Rakhine, they are Buddhists, but they're still, because they are supporting the ethnic army Arakan army is, so they try to create fear and pressuring the population to give them the information where they're about. And in the meantime, as well, we reported that within 48 hours, 4 civilians has been killed, and there are several injured. And also there are a couple of local villages. There are some houses has been burned down by the shellings and by the military activities. And also, we also learning that, the one 11-month-old Rohingya baby was killed a few days ago. So the military operation is continuing, and no matter how international community is crying and talking about to stop this. So this military operation is clearly breaching the provision measure the International Criminal Court of Justice has ordered them to stop all kind of activities that going to suffer the Rohingya community in Rakhine State. So they are clearly breaching this order.
Okay, Kyaw Win, we'll leave it there. Thanks very much indeed. Kyaw Win from Burma Human Rights Network.